about detectives.
Let's do something substantial.
Shakespeare! Merchant of Venice.
Macbeth.
When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain? When the Halle-Valley is done and the battle's lost and won. That will be the year, the set of sun. Where the place? Upon the heath. There to meet with Macbeth. Fair is foul, foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air.
Stop! You can't be paying attention yesterday.
Then let's do something fun.
Good morning, sir. Welcome to the National Cheese Emporium.
Thank you, my good man.
What can I do for you, sir?
Well, I have changed 2 trains to come meet my friend here, and suddenly I got hungry.
And since both of us have a lot of catching up to do, we thought we could share some stories over cheese.
Fine.
Well, how about Red Leicester?
I'm afraid we are fresh out of Red Leicester, sir. Excuses, sir.
Are you being served, sir?
Well, how about Tilsit?
I'm afraid we don't have it at the end of the week, sir. We get it fresh on Monday.
No matter. Well, stout yeoman, 4 ounces of carefully, if you please.
Well, carefully, if you please.
It's been on order, sir, for 2 weeks. I was expecting it today morning.
It's not a lucky day, is it, my dear friend? Well pays.
Well pays.
Sorry,
Sorry,
sir.
sir.
Word Windsor?
Good Windsor?
Usually, sir, yes. But today the van broke down, sir.
My good man, could you just get us the menu card, please?
With pleasure, sir.
So, Abel, how have you been?
Rather good, my dear friend Kane. Well, except as you know, as you age, you get this certain, feeling that no one has the time for you. The daughters are both busy with their own lives and small things set them off into huge rants.
Tell me about it. I decided to move away from everyone else, but I'm not really enjoying it that much. The daily bickering got to me, and so I moved out of my own house.
But my friend, don't you miss them?
Terribly! You miss human contact the more and more you age. You need family the most now, and they're just not here.
Well, that is the sole reason I'm tolerating the daily bickerings, turning a deaf ear, if you please. And I take solace in the love of the grandchildren.
Here's the menu, sir.
My word, this is going to take us ages to get through.
I wish to speak to the owner. Now!
Pierre, go to the other table and take the order.
Okay, sir.
Please tell me what you want. I will bring it immediately.
What's the point of having such a large menu when you don't seem to have anything available?
Yes. We have camembert, yes, sir. It's a little runny.
I like it running anyways. Bring it on.
It's a bit runny than you like it, sir.
I don't care how runny it is. Hand over with all speed.
Ooh! What happened?
The cat has eaten it.
Has he?
She, sir.
What?
The cat is a she, not a he.
Very funny. Do you have any cheese in here at all?
Of course, sir. It's a cheese shop.
And what is the most popular cheese around here?
Manchester, sir.
Isn't Manchester a city?
No, sir. You're mistaken. It's a cheese.
Anyways, have you gotten any?
No, sir, we don't have any Manchester here.
It's not much of a cheese shop, is it?
Finest in the district, sir.
Explain the logic underlying that conclusion, please.
Well, it's so clean, sir.
It's most certainly uncontaminated by cheese. Now come here. Tell me, have you in fact gotten any cheese here at all?
Give me a minute, sir.
What?
No, sir, we don't have any cheese here at all.
Of course you don't.
Now that's out of the way. Leave us to our talking. While you go serve other customers.
Sure, sir.
Yes, sir. Where we can? Grandchildren, yes.
What happened? Did you hear that?
Did someone scream?
Where was it? Did it come from Abel's house?
Yes, it was from Abel's house.
From Slater residence? What do you think happened?
What happened?
It's father! He's not responding! There's no heartbeat and he's not breathing!
Oh, the poor old man. Let's go and say a prayer.
Oh my dear madam, what can I do? Oh, poor Mr. Merriweather, your father was such a wonderful person. May God rest his soul.
Yes, Donna! Wait, I have no time for this! I need to call Elizabeth first!
Abel Merriweather is dead! Abel Merriweather is dead!
Abel Merriweather is dead! Victoria! Did you hear? Come in, will you? I'm amazed at you, Victoria. I really am. How can you be sitting and moping around when there's so much to be done? What? With your grandfather lying dead and cold upstairs? I don't know. Be off now and change your clothes. It would never do for Aunt Elizabeth and Uncle Ben to see you in colors.
But what are they coming here for? They haven't been here in ages.
They are coming to talk over poor Grandpa's affairs. I sent them a telegram as soon as we found him dead. Good gracious, that's never them.
Oh, thank goodness, it's only your dad. I thought Elizabeth had already come.
Not come yet, huh?
You can see they haven't, can't you? Now, Victoria, be off upstairs and change your clothes. Put on a black strap.
I'm wondering if they'll come at all. When you and Elizabeth quarreled last time, she said she never set foot in our house again.
Henry, I've been thinking about that bureau that's in Father's bedroom. You know, I always wanted it after he died.
You must arrange with Elizabeth when you're dividing things up. Perhaps she's got her eyes on the bureau as well.
Elizabeth's that sharp. She'll see I'm after it and she'll drive a hard bargain over it. Oh, what it is to have a low money-grubbing spirit. Henry, why should we bring that bureau down here now? We could do it before they come.
It doesn't seem delicate somehow. What do you think, Donna?
We could put the shabby old chest of toys upstairs where the bureau is now. Elizabeth could have that and welcome. You've always wanted to get rid of it, madam.
What's happening?
Mother and me is going to bring grandfather's bureau from down there.
Are we pinching him before Aunt Elizabeth comes?
No, my child. Grandpa gave it to your mother before he died.
Madam, you'd always wanted this as well.
That's grandfather's clock.
Be quiet, it's ours now.
Come, Henry, lift your head. Victoria, don't breathe a word about this to your aunt and uncle.
I thought we'd pinch them.
Is that Elizabeth?
No, it's Rap's friend, Ernest and Adam.
Parents and students, the gallery, please remain seated.
So, my dear Ernest, how are you? What brings you up to town?
I'm so sorry. I heard about your grandfather.
Yes, please accept my condolences too. I knew what a great support he was to you.
So the news is around the town.
Around
the country.
Neighbors tell neighbors.
Tell neighbors.
So,
I guess your Aunt Elizabeth will be coming down. And Gwendolyn?
that is all very well, my dear friend. But I'm afraid Aunt Elizabeth won't quite approve of you being here.
May I ask why?
My dear fellow, the way you flirt with Gwendolyn is perfectly disgraceful. It is almost as bad as the way Gwendolyn flirts with you.
But I'm in love with her. I've come up town expressly to propose to her. Except I know his grandfather is dead and all of that.
It is very romantic to be in love, but there is nothing romantic about a different proposal. Why, one may be accepted, I believe one usually is, but after that, the excitement is all over. The very essence of romance is uncertainty. If I ever get married, I'll certainly try to forget that fact.
Good afternoon, dear Rap. Well, if it isn't Mr. Worthington. Mr. Barnab!
I'm so sorry to hear about your loss, ma'am.
I'm sorry for a little late, dear Rap.
Why she come alone? Can you ask her where Gwendolyn is?
Aunt Elizabeth, I thought we would be able to meet Gwendolyn today.
Gwendolyn! Oh, you know how that child is these days. She's so sensitive, so I thought I'll bring her after all of this is over.
Well, you know my friend Mr. Ernest Worthington over here? Well, he has something to ask you of a rather personal nature.
You see, I'm so sorry about all of this. But I wanted to ask if I could take your daughter's hand in marriage. I mean, I think I really know her well, and she knows me.
Mr. Worthington, what on earth is happening here? This is most indecorous.
I wish to be engaged, to be married to your daughter, if she will have me. And I know she will. We have discussed it.
Pardon me, you're not engaged to anyone. An engagement should come on a young girl as a surprise, pleasant or unpleasant. It's hardly a matter that she could be allowed to arrange for herself.
Quite right, Mr. Worthington. And I have a few questions to pose on you. While I do so, you can have a seat, Mr. Worthington. Patty will take notes.
Thank you, Miss Elizabeth. I prefer standing.
I feel bound to tell you that you are not on the list of my eligible young men. Of course, I have the same list as the dear Duchess of Bolton has. However, I'm ready to put your name in if you can give what an affectionate mother wants to hear. How old are you?
29.
A very good age to be married at. I've always been of the opinion that a man who desires to get married should either know everything or nothing. Which do you know?
I know nothing.
I'm pleased to hear it. I don't like anything that tampers with natural ignorance. Ignorance is like an exotic fruit. Touch it and the bloom is gone. What's your income?
Between 7 and 8,000 a year.
In land or investments?
Land, shuffling, and house in the country.
You have a townhouse, I hope. A girl with a simple, unspoiled nature like Gwendolyn could hardly reside in the country.
Well, he owns a house in Belgrave Square.
The unfashionable side. I knew there was something. However, that can be altered.
Do you mean fashion or the side?
Both, if necessary, I presume.
Now, what are your politics?
Well, I'm afraid he really has none.
All right. Now to minor matters. Are your parents still alive?
I've lost both my parents.
To lose one parent, Mr. Worthing, seems like a misfortune, but to lose both looks like carelessness.
Now, Mr. Worthington, who was your father? Was he evidently a man of wealth? Was he what the papers call from the purple of commerce, or did he rise from the steps of aristocracy?
I'm afraid I really don't know.
The fact is, Miss Elizabeth, he said that he had lost both his parents. It would be near the truth to say that his parents seem to have lost him.
I actually don't know who I'm by birth. I was found.
Found?
The late Mr. Thomas Cardew, an old gentleman of a kindly disposition, found me and gave me the name of Worthing because he happened to have a first-class ticket of Worthing in his pocket. Worthing is a place in Sussex.
It's a seaside resort.
Now, where did this charitable gentleman with a first-class ticket to a seaside resort find you from?
In a handbag.
Handbag.
Yes, Miss Elizabeth. He was in a handbag. A somewhat large black leather handbag with handles to it. An ordinary handbag, in fact.
I would strongly advise you, Mr. Worthing, to try and acquire some relations as soon as possible, before the season is quite over.
Well, I don't see how I could possibly manage to do that. I can produce the handbag at any moment though. It's in my house in dressing room. I think that should really satisfy you, Mrs. Elizabeth.
Me, Mr. Worthington? What has it to do anything with me? You can hardly imagine Lord Bracknell and I would ever dream of allowing our only daughter, who's been taken care with utmost care, to marry into a cloakroom and form an alliance with what? A parson? And do remember, Mr. Worthington, this is a house of mourning. We would not like to be disturbed with such matters yet. Out!
Mind the wall, Henry!
Excuse me. We request all the parents to be seated. We'll just finish this program within 15-20 minutes. We request all the parents to be seated.
That was a near thing. Quick, Henry, get your coat on. Victoria, get the door.
Oh, he's gone at last.
Yes, he's gone. He was 72 a fortnight last Sunday.
It is truly terrible what has happened here. But now of all, Amelia, you mustn't give away. We've all got to go sometime or another. It could have been worse.
I don't see how.
It could have been one of us.
It's taking a long time to get here, Elizabeth.
Oh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it without getting into mourning. Now, perhaps you'll tell us all about it. What did the doctor say?
Doctor? Oh, he's not been here yet.
Not been here?
Wait, didn't you send for him at once?
Oh, of course we did. Do you take us for a fool? I sent Henry at once for Dr. Pringle, but he was out.
Well, you should have gone for another, huh, Lisa?
Pringle attended him when he was alive, and Pringle shall attend him when he's dead. That's professional etiquette.
Well, you know your business best. But
That was a fatal mistake.
Don't talk so silly, Elizabeth. What good could a doctor have done? Father had been merry all morning. Why? He went soon after breakfast to pay his insurance.
well, my word, it's a good thing he did.
Well, he must have gone down to the ringer bells afterwards, for he came back as merry as a sandboy. I say, we're only waiting for Henry to start dinner. Dinner, he says. I don't want no dinner. I'm going to bed.
Oh dear, dear. The poor man.
And when we finished dinner, I thought I'd take something for him on a tray. He was lying there for all the world as if he was asleep. So I put the tray down on the bureau, chest of drawers, and went to waken him. He was quite cold.
And then I heard Amelia calling for me, and I ran upstairs.
Of course, we could do nothing.
He was gone.
Well, if we're done here, should we have tea, or should we go upstairs to see him?
What do you say, Ben?
I'm not particular.
Well then, if the kettle's nearly ready, we might as well have the tea first. Daughter, Patty, could you serve us some tea?
Well, as soon as tea is over, we'll go through his things and make a list of them. There's all these furniture in the room.
There's no jewelry or valuables of that sort.
Except his gold watch. He'd promised that to our Jimmy.
Huh? Promised your Jimmy? I never heard of that.
Oh, but he did, Amelia. He was very fond of Jimmy when he was living with us.
Anyhow, there's a matter of his insurance money. Surely you must have the receipt for which he paid this morning, right?
No, I'm not aware. Well, should we go upstairs to see him now that we're done with tea?
Definitely.
so sad about grandfather. I just could not stay away. I could not.
Your mother wished to spare you of the trauma.
I remember so vividly how grandfather used to attend all of my ballet performances. In fact, there were times when my parents missed it, but he never did. He used to find time to sit with me and tell me how wonderful I was, how I could be better, and how I was much better from my previous performances.
I know what you mean. Grandfather was the sturdiest rock when I told my parents I wanted to drop out of college and pursue music. It's not easy, you know, bringing out your own records. It costs a lot of money too. And grandfather would always slide me an old 50 to help me tide over.
Cricket. We used to connect over cricket. You know how often he took me the field just so I could practice my shot? And it's thanks to him that I'm now my team.
This is so sad that he's dead. How wonderful and loving he was. Even though we were all so busy in our own things, he would find time to hug me, understand my moods, and some nights he would even tuck me into bed.
Grandfather are so special, aren't they? Parents remain busy going about life and securing the future, but grandparents in their wisdom always have the time, the uncanny knack to deal with whatever is going on in our lives.
My grandmother supported us all through her ups and downs. She is my go-to person when I'm down. I know she is my mom's as well, but I often wonder where she does go when she is troubled.
That's a good point. I wish we had had more time with Granddad. I now realize how little time we have spent with him.
Me too. We'll see if he's locked the insurance receipt in the bureau.
Mother, I don't think Grandpa went to pay his insurance this morning. He went with old Kay in Wellington, past St. Philip's.
Oh, if he hasn't paid his insurance!
Oh, I know it. He's not paid for it. I have a warning. He's not paid for it.
After all I've done for him, having to put up with him in this house for all these years, it's nothing short of swindling.
I had to put up with him for 5 years.
And you were trying to turn more to us all the time.
Well, if surely there's no insurance, the will must solve all of the problems, right? Amelia, your father did make a will, right?
I don't think he did.
Then who gets the house?
Since we took such good care of him, he wanted us to have it.
Did he? He said so? When?
Why? Just about a week ago, when he was down with a bout of indigestion, I nursed him and he said to me, "Oh Amelia, you take care of me so well, you must have the house." I know he meant to do it.
So is that when you decided to poison him so that he can get away with and the house would be yours?
Oh, don't talk so silly, Elizabeth. The old man used to be cantankerous at times, but I would never resort to murder.
Murder! Abel Merriweather was murdered!
Murder! Abel Merriweather was murdered!
Did you hear? What did they say?
What did you hear?
Did someone say murder?
Abel Merriweather was murdered.
Who was it?
A tall man.
A grey beard.
A long coat.
Cropped hair.
Well, I hear there's a murder.
A murder?
Really? I knew there was something funny going on.
Really, Elizabeth? You suspect your own sister?
Now, I'm the one who's in charge. Who do you suspect?
Amelia.
Nobody!
A tall man.
A grey beard.
A long coat.
Cropped hair.
Oh, that was a good nap. Are we having a party here? Elizabeth, hello, what brings yourself here? How's yourself, Ben?
Father's dead. You?
Of course it's me. Don't do that, Amelia.
He's not dead!
He doesn't seem like it at all.
You've kept away long enough, Lizzie, and now that you're here, you don't seem more pleased to see me. And what's with all of these detectives around here?
Our job's done here. Let's leave.
grandfather, I'm so happy you're not dead.
Who's dead?
Victoria says she's sorry about your head.
Come along now, sit down all of you. Let's be jolly.
Donna, Patty, I think we'll have some tea and cakes now.
Thank you.
Well, it's glad to see you've got your appetite, Mr. Merriweather. Although we've seen that you've not been so well.
Nothing much, Ben. I've only been lying down for a bit. Amelia and Henry, what the devil do you mean by shifting my bureau out of my bedroom?
What bureau, father?
That one? And my clock? What's it all doing here? Oh, damn it all, will someone tell me what's been going on around this place?
I'll tell you, father. I cannot stand to see you robbed.
Who's been robbing me?
Well, Amelia and Henry, of course.
Shut up, Elizabeth!
Oh, please. They got into your room like a thief in the night and stole your clock and bureau when you were dead.
After who was dead?
When you!
What? Wait, is that why you're all wearing black today? You thought I was dead?
Father!
It didn't take you long to start dividing my things between yourselves.
Oh, grandfather, please don't upset yourself. See, we are all here for you.
Grandfather, we know what you have done for us. I was so looking for a chance to spend more time with you. I'm so glad now. I can finally do all the things that I wanted to do with you.
I was disappointed that I was going to miss our cricket and Sunday sessions. Grandpa, I'm now going to ensure I spend at least one Sunday of every month just to watch or play cricket.
I want to spend more time with you too, grandfather. And to all the children of the world now, please take very good care of your grandparents. They're really precious.
And I, for one, want to thank all the grandparents present here for the care, the presence, and the love.
And we were thinking the best way would be to go off on a holiday at least once a year. We can have all the time we want together.
That is such a great idea. Day in and day out, our lives have become so mechanical.
Like clockwork and not a minute to stare into the woods. I sure would love a game of bridge with the two of you.
Just like old times.
Oh, what have we become, Amelia?
Oh, Elizabeth, I'm so sorry. And in the process, we drove our husbands and children as well.
Oh, your dear mother, God rest her soul. She should be so happy today, you know.
So, what are we waiting for? Let's bring the map and decide where we are going for our first family vacation. Mauritius.
Antarctica.
New York.
Spain.
Australia.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon at the doorstep. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way.